Okay, so I'm just gonna get straight to the point. This video serves to recap the biggest problems that Turbo is explicitly in the wrong for, as well as addressing some other controversy that I was not previously aware of. And because Turbo can't seem to take a goddamn hint, I'm gonna have to just spell it out and then actually cite my resources, something that he's completely incapable of apparently. So without further ado, let's just get into this dumpster fire of a situation. So as my previous video highlighted, Turbo engaged in some sexual conversations with someone he fully acknowledged to be 14 years old when he was allegedly 17. Why is this a problem? Because not only is it creepy and disgusting, but while the age of consent in Serbia may be 14, as sourced by Wikipedia and LGBTIera.org, this fails to take into account that the age of consent in other countries is completely different. For some further context, this person was allegedly impersonating as a minor in order to deliberately expose Turbo's degenerate behaviour for the world to see. Now, while I can't confirm nor deny this person being legit or not, that's not the point. From Turbo's perspective, he believed this person was 14 and willingly participated in the conversations regardless. Just because this person was allegedly a fake doesn't nullify the fact that Turbo voluntarily engaged in such acts. And who's to say he wouldn't do this with a real minor? The potential is right there. And in fact, that potential has been displayed with my next point. Turbo has also engaged in sexual conversations with Emma Z World, which is the only name I'll use at the moment for the sake of her privacy. According to Electric Sakura 16, Emma was 13 years old back when this happened in July of 2022, whereas Turbo was 16. While this may not have been to the same degree as the fake minor, that doesn't excuse the fact that he's still engaged in such conversations. And the other accusations that Sakura brings forward have been documented by her, and a link to said screenshots will be provided in the description. This is a spicy one. This is something I was not previously aware of when I was addressing the points in my previous videos. Back on November 13th, 2019, my good friend Devi made a post regarding the then recent passing of his grandfather. So of course, Turbo decides to post a comment celebrating this. As seen in the screenshot, this was from April 30th, 2020, and the comment has since been flagged as spam. As you can see in the reply from a day later from my other good friend, GoldFreddyEXE, this seems to imply that this is the same comment. Now, I do not condone Gold's initial comment, but his anger is understandable, in my opinion. What kind of sick, twisted piece of garbage do you have to be in order to laugh at the misfortunes of someone's family member passing away? I'm not going to stoop to his level, but clearly Turbo shows no empathy or sympathy for Devi's loss. You can't even write this off as being edgy, as Turbo himself wrote, and I quote, "I am still angry on you," demonstrating that this was driven by Turbo's own personal beef with Devi for whatever reason. He willingly went out of his way to insult the passing of Devi's own family member because he was angry at him for reasons that he didn't even bother to specify. Does he not see how insanely messed up this is? I guarantee you that Turbo would not be laughing if he was in this situation. Turbo, I honestly don't give a damn if you're listening to this, but if you are, then imagine if one of your family members passed away and you posted about it online. Now imagine someone publicly insulting you and mocking you in reaction to that revelation. You'd be pissed, wouldn't you? Don't even deny it. How about you learn to show some basic empathy? You're truly heartless, even for your own standards. Oh, and on top of that, he then later posted a comment on May 20th, saying that, and I quote, "I don't mind that." Seriously? You're not sorry, grow up. So my final talking point is a shorter one, but important nonetheless. Turbo doesn't seem to even realise how damn serious this controversy is, and instead of being responsible and owning up to his actions, he instead denies them. And even at one point went on to say, "Evidence is not needed." Okay then, Turbo. If evidence isn't needed, how would you like it if I started spreading rumours around that you were a supporter of the Ku Klux Klan? I bet you don't even know what that is. So for context, since apparently I need to spell everything out for you, as sourced by Wikipedia, the Ku Klux Klan, commonly sourced into the KKK or the Klan, is the name of several historical and current American white supremacist, far-right terrorist organizations and hate groups. various historians, including Fergus Bordewich, have characterised that the clan as America's first terrorists. I bet you'd be really pissed if I went around telling people that, wouldn't you? Imagine if I did that and, just like you, said, evidence is not needed. You'd clearly see the issue with such a statement. And on top of that, back in July and August of 2023, Turbo attempted to take down some of my videos because of a privacy complaint, on 2 separate occasions, mind you. Now, if you need to pause to read this, feel free, but you can see, like, in the first video as well, like, the information that Turbo was claiming to be a privacy complaint, it was all public on his GameJolt profile to begin with. Another point about his hypocrisy falls onto the situation regarding my other good friend, Pico Digital Studios. Turbo's made 2 different videos that are simply just harassing Pico with no valid claims on his end, and yet he doesn't realise that him complaining about, supposedly, being harassed is ironic in itself. Evidently, Turbo also gets pissed whenever he's called out for stuff that actually happened. And you know what? Good. If Turbo wants to be a coward that attempts to silence those who are exposed to who he really is as a person, then let him. It's only going to make him look worse as a result, and even then, his attempts won't stop me. Turbo originally got involved in the EXE community, or at least more prominently, when he joins Luigi Kid's Discord server, the Plumberhood. Since then, he's been banned from that server, and Renee himself is fully aware of Turbo's predatory actions, as well as Turbo mocking the death of Debbie's grandfather, thanks to me. To clarify, I'm not taking pride in such revelations, I'm simply addressing that no matter how hard Turbo tries to hide his true intentions, he'll never win. Hell, just look at the description of Renee's video playing through MSA. My video exposing Turbo's predatory actions is linked front and centre. So in summary, Turbo is not only a predator that engages sexually with minors on Discord, but he has the audacity to insult the death of someone's family member because he has a beef with them. And on top of that, he tries to hide who he truly is instead of being a responsible adult and admitting his faults. Yes, Turbo is 18, or at least over 18 at this point. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. This channel is not a drama channel. I didn't want to even publish this video, let alone even make it, but as is obvious with this level of degeneracy, it cannot go unspoken of. If this is the first you're hearing about Turbo, please watch my other videos to get a better understanding of this situation as a whole, and don't hesitate to block him on every platform you can find. However, please do not resort to his level of idiocy by harassing him. You'd arguably be just as bad. I don't actively want to make any more videos regarding this situation, which has been going on for 4 years now, mind you. But if it becomes necessary, like this video, then I'll do it. Aside from that, I'm just going to try and focus on my own content. Content that I actually want to make. But believe me, this video is staying up until the end of time. Thanks for listening.